Oh, I forgot to write the text that says I haven't streamed in a while. I'm just gonna start drawing some stuff. I can't even tell if I'm live because I haven't done this in forever. I haven't done this on this PC also. I got a new PC and I don't remember how to do anything. Okay, I think I'm live. I also got a new tablet. I also got a new setup and everything is new and I had to set everything up from scratch again. But yeah, I did get some questions that I wanted to answer today, since it feels like a dip. Like some of these questions I got like at December and it's like, what, July already? So I should probably answer them before it stacks up again, since maybe I used to think that maybe I should do this monthly, but my schedule kind of doesn't allow that. So maybe like, what do you call it, like twice a year maybe. It's okay. It's very low, like the bar is on the ground. Just try drawing something first. How do I pop out the... I'm not sure if the audio is okay. It's probably fine. I don't know if the music is loud or not. Hopefully not. Venus. Look, Kevin always shows up. I'm fine. Oh, I can see her like right away, so the latency seems fine too. Yeah, I got more RAM, and now my computer can handle all these things. And I got an audio interface, so I can finally use the same the same mic that we use on Vincent's PC. And look, I have a cool new big iPad. It's a massive iPad. I have touch controls and everything. But yeah, I've only set up my hamster model, so we're also just stuck with my hamster models. Like, this is it. This is the only one. Let me try drawing. The only minus from this tablet is that it, I don't know, like the bracket is not very... It's kind of heavy for the bracket, so shaking around. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Ta-da! I'll draw something first. Does it show up properly? Yes, it does. I feel like a newborn hamster again. So my mic's not exactly in front of me. Get a better desk. With what money, bro? I just spent it all on the PC parts. I do want this to like be on the ground. Can I put a squishy here? Or like, yeah, my dede. Let's go to IKEA tomorrow. This is IKEA, bro. This is already IKEA. Oh shit. Okay. Oops. I still need to name my hamster mascots. I have so many of them. And they're all nameless. Not a good thing. Oh god, she has human ears. Let's get rid of that. There's multiple. I draw them pretty often. That's like... there's a yellow one and there's a gray one. And they're all kind of nameless. I'm not sure what's the best way to display the questions that I'm answering also. Let's see how many I have. Oh, sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions. I just kind of feel bad if I don't do them. I know I promised to do this at 8 PM though. 8 PM is kind of just too late. Give me a moment. See what kind of questions there are today. This one I got in like December. I just missed it. Like I feel bad. I only saw it after the stream. Oops. How do I... I feel bad that I saw some of these only after the stream, because some of these have emojis on them. Maybe I should be screenshotting them. Is that better if I screenshotted them? I could do that. Give me a moment. How do I do that? Is there a way to change the wrapping on... Yes, there is. Oh, nope. Like that, and then change the wrapping. Text wrapping. There we go. That way I can screenshot them instead. I feel really bad for missing some last time. Oh. Oh shit, you can hear it every time I screenshot. That's so embarrassing. It's probably better if I screenshot. I'll try to write text too so I can post it. It's kind of the same question as last time, as written on here. But I feel like I didn't answer well enough last time too. Bia. My name's not Bia. Strawberry drawing. Hello, you're back and I see you're still into fruits. Okay, let's see. Hello, I'm really shy, so I'm not sending an artwork for now, but I'd really like to hear some general advice for drawing character interactions. I've been following you since your 83 days, and I've always admired how you draw interactions so effortlessly, whether it's platonic or romantic. Just to add to the question, since I sent it, I realized it was already asked. I'm sorry, this was sent last time. I missed it. I only saw it after I quit streaming. How do I make the poses look natural? I always struggle with drawing their bodies, especially when they're in close contact, like hugging or something like that. Okay, like, I'm not sure if I have... Like, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on it yet either, so... Does mine look natural, even? I feel like I struggle with it so much that I'm surprised anyone thinks they look natural. When it comes to, like, when they're in close contact, it's a lot just paying attention to references in the end. Your more intimate ones eat. Intimate. Why are you saying it intimate like that? Let me see if I have any examples. Did I draw anything recently that has something like that? Oh... Even these recent ones, I've been struggling with, like, certain poses. It's still referencing. I do understand, like, referencing well is a skill on its own to be... What do you call it? Like, to be practiced? Wonder, I haven't been drawing. Have I been drawing any interactions? I'm always kind of passively drawing interactions. I think overall, it's like when I don't know how. I put this on here already, and I'm like, is there anything I knew I can add to this? Oh yeah, I use a lot of references. I try to imagine the characters together. Like, actually together, not just like next to each other, or like how kind of their limbs would hit. I think a lot of beginners make this mistake where they draw... When they try to draw limbs, they forget that there's meat, there's like there's structure. Like if you're drawing hands, some people draw hands like... Of course, if it's an art style thing, that's not really the problem here. Hang on, sorry. I think a lot of people, they draw like very front, kind of flat. This is okay, but it's kind of flat. You put the hands like, oh god, I'm putting my habits on it already. Like, for example, there's another character here. Sorry, I'm just drawing really rough sketches. They make the mistake of like making it still flat. Like if they want to draw them hugging, I see a lot of people who are beginners, they draw like, they literally just like put their hands out and try to have them hugging like this. But like, just think about the position of the person. They wouldn't, like, for example, they wouldn't be front facing if they're trying to hug each other. So, why did I draw this all in one layer? I'll put it to the side. I think because people are starting out, they get used to drawing this like a body in one way, or arms in one way, or like limbs are kind of like stiff like this or something. They forget to consider like this body should be like, if they're trying to face each other, for example, should be turned like to the side. It's not even that this pose is really wrong, but you want the bodies to touch. So first off, like the heads are already gonna be way closer. Am I using my iPad? No, I'm using my big tablet. There's kind of no use using the iPad if, but like, you know, I can scroll the same way. It's a giant iPad. I'm kind of obsessed with making people's bodies touch. I know that's kind of like, oh, what a pervert. Oh, how indecent. You know, just think about which parts are touching. And yeah, it doesn't matter if it's like, I think when it comes to platonic or romantic, the implication is gonna be more in like their expressions or like the subtle things. I know I'm making an example, but yeah, there's just like this person's facing this way. And like when you hug, you're getting squished. Sorry, my sketches are bad. I'm just trying to make a point without actually drawing something good. See, like their bodies touch a lot. And like I like thinking of how their bodies can intertwine, I guess. This is already too front facing. I feel like it should be here. Hi everyone, hi! Ooh. I kinda don't like this. We're making an example and I forget that I don't always like my art right away. A hug here. This is also not... I feel like the neck should be here. There's a lot of trial and error. If it doesn't... I think my biggest advice with posing is also if it doesn't immediately... Like, if it doesn't feel right, it's okay to start over. You don't have to stick with your sketch. If you're scared and you want to come back later, I always duplicate the sketch that I already did. In case, okay, actually I was cooking nothing in this new version. I copy it, I try to make an edit, and then turns out it's ass and I don't want to go back. I already copied the layer. I can just use the old layer. That being said, let's do that right now. I'm not sure if I like this. I mean, it's a hug. But I'm gonna put that aside. Do I do that? Oh. I'll put that aside. Oh. Maybe this way? I don't know. And like, okay, this hug is already good. But since the question's kind of like how to make it look natural, how to like add character, how to draw interaction, then you start thinking like, okay, everyone hugs, but not everyone, like not every couple, not every like ship, not every pair does it the same way. So like, say this person is more like this is this echo over here, the person on the left, for example, is like more pushy. You can put the arms like that. And this person is like so... Like, maybe I do this because I'm kind of a big hug monster or whatever. But I kind of topple the other person sometimes. Oh. My tablet! Hello! Okay, there we go. I kind of topple the other person sometimes. This is where you start adding expressions. You start thinking what you want to express. Oops. There we go. Also, I use a lot of like if the person's like more kind of falling. Maybe they're not exactly like have a hold of the other person. This person doesn't really have a hold of, they don't have a hold of each other either. I also use a lot of hair for framing, I think. Or something like that. Also there's well, this is a clip studio trick, but I think people should not be scared of using 3D models. That being said, 3D models is like, they're a good tool, but I wouldn't say you should trace them one-to-one. Let's see, like, maybe I have a 3D model I can use. Oh, oh, they're all played. Why are all my materials like this? How do I look at the 3D materials? I've been tracing a bunch of models actually. Oh, I did not save my usual model. Yeah, the tricky part about 3D models is that they can feel pretty stiff. If you trace them one by one, like one to one, they also don't always match your art style. There is a way to like change the ratio of the head to body. Mine's actually pretty big because I don't know, I think I'm just too used to like Idolmaster Cinderella girls kind of proportion. Something like that. Legs. Don't do that. Oh, I see. Oh. Arms. See, there's a pose we can use. Surely there's poses that they have here by default. Why is the music kind of loud on my ears? Not sure if it's loud on the stream. Where's the materials? Here it is. 3D pose. Isn't there poses? Type search, maybe. Oh! 消えた。なんで消えた？ちょっと待って。消えてる。Fine, if there's no pose, I can pose them on my own. I don't need help. I can pose on my own. Yeah, I always had trouble with my 3D models feeling a bit stiff. Honestly, yeah, when I trace them one-to-one, I have the same issue. I do have a few tricks, like... Even posing them is kind of a skill. I think 3D model, like, posing is a skill. That's why 3D, like, 3D animation is still, you know... Let's see, what do I want this person to do? Just look up, for example. Maybe put your hand here and put it on your face. And kind of make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? I swear I use this in a professional way, I swear. Like, I professionally use Clip Studio Paint, I promise. I say professional, but I'm still like, it's a lot of art is self-taught. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, the posing like that. I try to still stray from the 3D model, basically. Okay, that's fine. It's just fine as an example. Let's put it here. Okay. And now we trace it. We trace it. But... okay, let's make like a comparison maybe for like what it's like if we traced it 1 to 1. And if we were to like kind of put our own spin to it. Oh, I want this closer to the face though. Do I do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Wow. Oh, see, they don't cooperate. Okay, but if I want an example that's like one is traced 1 to 1 and one isn't, I kind of need it to be exactly where it should be. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna trace this 1 to 1 first. This is where the nose is. Let's put some eyes. I'm gonna draw a random person. Why is this song so sad? Why does this playlist include this sad-ass song? Hello? Oh, this is already wonky. I mean, the lines for the eyes are there for a reason, and I don't line them up either. I have a lot of trouble with that. Just like 1 to 1. Oops, that's way too thin. Well, this is way too thin. I would not draw it this thin. Let's add hair. Welcome. I love you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh. I have trouble with the neck area always using the 3D model. She's like some person in a t-shirt. Okay. That's like direct tracing. Which, it's stiff. It's really stiff. I don't like it. There's parts of this that doesn't match my art style. So here's how I would do it. Hello, welcome. Oh my god, highlight. Like, yeah, I'm using the same 3D model, right? But it's kind of like, yes, sometimes the guide is wrong. Sometimes you're like, not wrong, but like, the 3D model can only tell you what's correct in a technical way and not what looks good and not what looks right to you, to your eyes. So you don't have to like You don't have to believe the 3D model completely. If that makes sense. So, I'm gonna trace this. I always start from here. I feel like that's my problem also. I like cheeks, so I add cheeks. I don't like the chin being like that. I make it more... I feel like this is an Aikatsu influence. It's like that. But like my characters are all very chumby, I think. That just reflects in what kind of person I am. Look at how big my cheeks are. Like there's no way. Yeah, let's like... Is it alright to ask for some art tips here in the chat? Yeah, it's okay. If you have some questions that are like you want to address it right away, then yeah, that's okay. I'm afraid I might miss some stuff on the... what do you call it? The form. Sorry, it's not fair. I should be drawing the eyes the same way. So the eyes, like thick cheeks. I like them. If it's because I'm drawing girls all the time, I want them cuter, so I put their face kind of lower, and their eyes are like kind of lower. The 3D model helps a lot because it gives you a sketch without you having to think of it from scratch. But yeah, helping is like, it's helping, it's not... Sorry if I'm far from the mic, I'm not sure what I sound like. Oh, I don't like that, it's like too low still. Not too low, sorry, too high up even. Or like... This is too high up. Here. There we go. There's a line under here. Kind of generally still following this line for aligning the two eyes. Oh yeah, flip a lot, I guess. Oh. I just think about the angle. This part should be longer because it's closer here and you get to see more of it. This is more far away, so this line is shorter than the other. Like for hands, this is not good shape. This is 3D model. This like the reason this is bending like this is because it's a 3D model. So you're not supposed to trace it directly. I would add just make it kind of more proper shape. Yeah, I tried to play with the finger placement also. Yeah, I'm not following that exact. Also, the 3D model is placed this way, but it's not necessarily that like the 3D model doesn't know what other things might be there, like hair. Volume fine, thank you. So I wouldn't know. Man, I want to play Pokemon again. Sorry, off topic. Like, this girl has hair. If she's touching here, there should be hair that's like being held up, propped up like this. Also, this 3D model helps a lot for me in terms of where the hair came from. Because that's important, right? The head, the hair, it's not like... You don't really draw them flat, like, just like that. Like, randomly, just from like that. I like to think of where the center of the head is. So the 3D model does help show where that is. And you kind of draw starting from there. It kind of helps making sense of the head shape. Right? Use it as a guide, but don't forget that the sketch is like the shape is supposed to guide the things other than the pose. that you are drawing. For example, I don't like that. I don't like that. This is so awkward. I don't like that. Kind of like maybe put the shoulder up instead. Also, this model is so thin. Just give her some meat. But yeah, could you give me some advice on how to draw clothes? I barely learned how to draw a face, gave up on drawing hands. I really want to learn how to draw pretty clothes and how to color and render them. With hands, you can also use 3D model. I've been cheating. You can trace a picture of your hand. That's completely okay. I understand if you want to learn, like, kind of from scratch, but when you're tracing, you think you kind of have to absorb the information into your brain. I can try drawing clothes on. I'll draw clothes on her. I'll try to not write down, just say some points, I guess. Yeah, and I want this shoulder also gone up a little. Have the touch here. Yeah, like it's tracing, but it's more like you pay attention to where these lines are. Yeah, okay, so it folds here, the finger folds here. The thumb is generally here, but you know, I really like when the thumb is like kind of this shape, this specific shape. It's kind of like pointed a little bit. Everyone's thumbs are different. You can also think of whether your character's hands are like more boxy or whatever. Oh, I like drawing. This shape also helps decide the clothes. Let's look at it without the 3D model. Make sure to check what it looks like without the 3D model also. Like, it looks already better, I think, at least in my opinion, than the one where we trace directly. I still would make things more natural looking. Like, this is too stiff. We can adjust again. Yep. For clothes, it's also a lot of referencing, but it's more important to just pay attention to where the folds are. And also just how it lays on the body. Yeah, like that. And then like, is it tight? Probably not. Put some folds, like how the clothes drape. It's a lot of paying attention to what it looks like in real life. Trying to replicate that. It's okay if it looks bad at first. Don't be afraid to erase. Like this, for example, like I think a lot of people might draw like that, just kind of like clothes like that. But remember that it's fabric that's draping on an arm. So since it's draping on an arm, and the arm is shaped like this, like this is a round cylinder. It's like just a bunch of tubes, basically, right? So you can do that. Make it more rounded. Follow the shape of the body, basically. Like, don't try to focus too much on the clothes. If you see a collar, for example, think of how the collar would be on this body specifically. Like, Maybe you can draw like simply like that. But overall, like if for example you draw it here, it's like not really the right position. Just like position it well to the body. Kind of look at where the middle of the body is and then draw from there. And so on. And drawing pretty clothes is a lot of referencing. I look up what I want to draw. So it's skirts. Skirts is also a lot of referencing. Try to draw like when I draw these two lines, it's also not just random. I'm kind of adding space. This is space that looks like that. You know, you're adding waves to the clothes. It's not exactly just random. But it's also something to get used to. For example, this would end up becoming a whole like this. Not whole, what do you call it? It's like draping this way. But this continues to the back here. Because it's one fabric. Oh, that kind of looks bad, sorry. Why does this kind of look bad? Maybe it closes this way. And you add ruffles. It's okay to just get the general shape first. A lot of the clothing and the hair can help decide the silhouette that you want. But like overall with poses, these are the two of the same pose. But tracing doesn't really work in that way. So India, let's practice. I don't care enough to practice not tracing backgrounds, honestly, but I know it's also good practice and I should be doing it, and I should also not follow like 3D model to T when it comes to like background stuff. I don't know. Not an expert on that. That's kind of generally... Oh, I got a new response I didn't see. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to color in the stuff I answered already, so I can add more questions. So I didn't really expect to get very specific questions. I did. Oh, you heard me screenshotting again. Can I turn off the screenshot noise somehow? What is this? Why is it so beachy? Okay. Here's the next question. This one is from Bre. Thank you for sending in oomph. My oomph, Bre. Hi, Lia. My question is more about... Wait, hang on. Hi, Lia. My question is more about 2D animation demo reels. I have a very outdated 3D one. Basically, I want to start over from the beginning with new works, and I don't have any projects I'm part of yet, so I'm wondering for the start if it's a good idea to showcase personal exercises before I try to apply for professional projects. I think that you need to do as many personal projects as you can while you can. If your aim is to go professional, you know, I started because I wanted to make a bunch of MVs for my Oshi. I just wanted to make a bunch of Muko MVs. I know you like, I mean, you like Nanami, maybe like try animating her hair. Like you need to kind of put the love into it, and the way to cheat putting the love into it is drawing for your like Oshi or something you like. So yeah, I do think like you should put in personal exercises. You can, on your portfolio, you can always write that it's fan art. It is important to have your own original stuff too on your portfolio. So yeah, like also do some OCE stuff, I guess. Also, there's a lot of fan projects out there if you want to join a fan project. I think Mugun. Yeah, you know, okay. My first kind of corpo job, not corpo job, what do you call it? It's not, yeah, like my first time getting hired by, like, for something professional was, it was kind of because I started making Muku stuff. Because they emailed me and they were like, hey, I want something like this. And the thing that they were linking as like, yeah, like this, was like, it was like Mukwaza, and I felt really embarrassed. I was like, oh my god, why are you using that as an example? But yeah, they are personal projects, and they did like, I mean, they saw that I could do it. You're coming back up, okay, come back up. Vesen was at it. He's coming back. But yeah, like it was like those little animations I did for Mukwaza, or like for Muku's birthday. I learned a lot from them. Yeah, they look like ass now compared to what I can do now, but he took me somewhere, so that's pretty important for me personally. I put a bunch of like A3 fan art in my portfolio. I have a lot of, I think if you want, you can just start from for 2D, you could always just start from like hair movement, or like do something for her birthday. You know, honestly, you don't need to like, what do you call it, like, yeah, you don't like, I do recommend making original stuff, but it doesn't have to be. What's important is having the motivation to keep doing it, because that's the hardest part for me. I have so many projects I want to make. They're all put to the side now because I have too many like professional projects, and I wish I could go back and do a little bit more of like fan work. Yeah. And I know I'm like, I can always cloud chase. I could always draw something popular and get a bunch of like, get more traction on that compared to my usual stuff. It's kind of, yeah, that's also valid because you're trying to make it out there. And you're trying to, you know, get some eyes on your art regardless. But I'm someone who can't do it without some sort of love. So I feel like when I'm posting something that I do love and there's a community for it, that I'm already pretty lucky with that. Yeah. I recommend doing tegaki animation. Oh, I don't know what it's called in English. I guess it's like animation memes. You can look up those TikTok animation memes. Those are still good to do though. Like, I know, oh my god, they're just TikTok like trends, but also a lot of them are good practice, and they also, like, since it's a trend and trends do get views, still pretty good. You can choose like a Vocaloid song that you want to make a tegaki of. You can try storyboarding there. And you know, I know everyone like listens to songs, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people, they listen to song, they think of a cool MV in their head. And you can try starting to draw from those. Try to think of like, what if it was a reality and stuff. For me, music helps a lot because it helps. Like, I kind of don't have to make a script because there's already music. Like, I kind of have to follow the lyrics. I can just follow the music. I can follow the beat of the song to make a video. That always helps for me. So yeah. This doesn't really have anything for me to draw for, I think. It's just like a general, what do you call it? It's a general, like, question for, like, getting in the industry. Yeah. I think there was something else that was kind of, like, a little similar. I think I'll try to answer that one, so that it's kind of, like, the same topic. Let me see. I feel like people can tell too subconsciously how much heart is put into a project. Not always, but it's always good for our longevity too. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like, I really thought about it, because sometimes I feel like, especially because, well, A3EN already, like, well, you know, it's shut down and everything. Hi, welcome back. Since A3EN shut down, the community for A3 is kind of like, it's gone down, it's like gone slowed down. Even for IMAS, it's kind of like, I feel like there's less people. I'm not sure, that's just maybe how I feel about it. But even until now, people know me for A3. It's not like I can escape it just because I'm doing some VTuber MV jobs and I'm mostly doing things professionally now. I still see people quote retweeting my stuff and being like, oh, it's that one A3 artist, and it's kind of embarrassing. It's like my, like, it's not a Kurore Kishi, but it's kind of like a dark past also. But if you look at a bunch of professional artists, if you really want to dig in their internet history, yeah, you will find, like, they used to draw Idol Master Yuri, or like they used to draw like BL for this thing, like fan art. Everyone starts somewhere, I think. This is a similar-ish question, but not the same. I don't know, did I copy it right? I guess I didn't. Hang on. Oh, why did I green this already? I haven't even answered it. Oop. How do I screenshot this well? Oh. Sorry, the screenshot's on every time. This is kind of similar, but not the same. What's some wait, who is there a name for this person? Nope, this is from Anonymous. So Anonymous is asking, what's some advice you'd give to someone trying to find clients as a freelancer? Any general advice is appreciated, but if I'd ask to be more specific, I often hear that you need to zero in one niche and only offer services for that. But I'm the type of person that would like to do a little bit of everything. Is that lack of focus really harmful to finding clients or getting them to commission you? No. Whoever is saying that is kind of like there. Maybe, yeah, to an extent you need to find your niche, but your niche doesn't have to be like one type of art that you are doing, I think. If you want to do a little bit of everything, I'm exactly that kind of person, and I also do a little bit of everything. I feel like in my commission sheets I always write like, anything that you see that I can do, you are allowed to ask. You're allowed to come up to me and be like, hey, can I have that? Can you quote me a price for that? At the same time, I don't allow people to come up to me and be like, can you make exactly this thing that you made me, like you made someone else, because I just don't think that's right. But since I like doing a little bit of everything, there's kind of no point like stopping people from buying a bunch of things. Yeah, it can look a little cluttered if you have, for example, you have a vision page and you have a lot of options. Like if what you're looking to do is selling you're selling commissions and you have too many options, then yes. But I think when they say like you're looking for a niche, it's like how, I don't know why, but my niche ended up being animation. Like, okay, yeah, I'm an animator, but it's not like I was aiming for that. I actually gave up on animation for a really long time, so I didn't think I would be able to get there at all. Zeroing in one niche is actually more of like, I guess the kind of like where you are marketing. Well, my niche, what is my niche in the end? Animation and I used to draw A3 fan art, is that my niche? That's not really good thing. But yeah, and I draw squishy. I draw people looking a bit more squishy. I think having a clear art style is also important. I say that, but my job requires me to be able to draw all kinds of stuff. It's really not a bad thing. Like, it's not something you have to give up on. But if it's general advice to find clients, I guess making your art more marketable, more like people can connect to the art itself, I think is what helps for me. Or at least what I noticed is the selling point for my art. I don't like saying selling point about art, but it's true. Like I try to focus on drawing interactions. I try to draw things that kind of more like manipulating people's hearts, not really, but like touching upon people's hearts or whatever. And that's kind of more or less ends up being my selling point. That other people don't necessarily like, not other people don't necessarily do, but like it kind of differentiates me from like commission me for ships, for example. Like I'm good to draw like couples. People get obsessed with couples, so they can commission me for that. Then what do they want to see? I'm getting hungry. What are you eating?
Just eating myself.
I'm hungry. I didn't finish my food earlier. I think I have some food. Let me color that green. I hope that is somewhat what you are asking, Anon, but I don't know if somehow it's not enough and you have something more specific you want to ask. Also, I might do this in, who knows, another 6 months, because it seems like I'm doing this every 6 months or so. Let's see, there's still other questions. There's still like about 5 more. 5 more. Okay, let's get to the animation questions, I guess. These are kind of related. I'm gonna make a screenshot. It's gonna make a screenshot noise again. This one is from Arisa. My Arisa. And this also is also animation related. I'm gonna lump them together. I'm gonna lump questions together because they're kind of related. Okay. First one's from Arisa. She says, "Hello, Miss Lia." Miss Lia? You're calling me Miss Lia? I'm this hamster thing. Do you have any advice on what exercises I should do if I want to keep practicing animations? I've been watching lots of tutorials and trying stuff out, but I want to know what you think is best for a beginner like me. Thank you, Miss Lia. Oh, I know there is a bunch of, you know, when you look up practices for animation, they start being like, draw a ball, draw a sack of flour, and all of those, what do you call it? Like the basic animation class that everyone who goes to animation class goes through. Yes, you can do that, but I also understand if it's not, like if you need more motivation and you want to just do something fun. I think for Arisa specifically, because your art is always like so color coordinated, so like the chibis and everything. You can try moving them first for like in a simple way. Let's see. I think, what would be best? Someone meowing in the back. Maybe like hair swaying. I like starting with hair swaying. I think a lot of, I want to make a video specifically on hair swaying sometime if I'm able to. Because it's one of those things that I think I talked about in the last stream, where you draw a ball With a tail. Yes, it's a ball with a tail. But like, you draw a ball with a tail. Oops. This is still good practice. I feel like this is the practice I use the most. Practicing spacing. Like, there being less drawings when it's fast. And there being more drawings when it gets slower. This is like more frames this way. Make sure the tail follows. Oh, what does that look like even? Okay. This tail should follow this. I think, what are you aiming for? This is maybe controversial opinion I have, but I see a lot of animators who are they're beginners, but they're not necessarily good at drawing people yet. Not people, but like the fundamentals. Because you can animate kind of anything. Why does it look rough on this side? It looks rough here. Why did it stop suddenly? This stops suddenly. Here, I guess. This is ball with tail. But ball with tail is like a head and hair. I can always recommend starting with a character with hair swaying. Let's draw the character first. This kind of doesn't require you to draw multiple frames. You can draw a character like as a base. Where's the frame that I made? Hello. I made a layer, I swear. You can draw a character here, ball. Draw a base character. This character doesn't have to move. You can always make them blink. Start from blinking. I want to recommend walk cycle, but I really hate walk cycle. I know I'm a fake animator for saying that. I really hate walk cycles. It's like the worst thing ever for me. Okay. Then the animation itself is maybe this long. It's like frame 1, frame 2. I think a lot of... Oh my god, I made it in time. Hi, Wiachama. Hi! I have kind of more questions than last time. That's why it's lasting a little longer. Like, I see a lot of people who starting to make animations. They cook. They make this mistake where, for example, because they don't understand pendulums, they don't understand the other practice, so they'll make it like kind of everything moves at the same time. Not to say that it's wrong, but it can also look really stiff. I think I made this look a little too okay. Look a little like my habits. Oh yeah, the in-betweens are really like... It's also okay to start though as a beginner because you're gonna learn to get used to in-betweening. And then they'll use the same frame for this. That's fine, this is like a basic hair swaying. But Let's cook a little harder than that or something. Okay, so you kind of want to look at these strands individually. How many? In reality, this entire batch of hair, for example, it doesn't move at the same time. It doesn't move up this way at the same time. This top one should move kind of first, and the bottom one, the bottom part of the hair, is usually forced to follow what the leader says, which is the leader is the top. So for example, this is already moving this way. This one's still kind of left behind. Oop. Let's go. Now that this is going this already here. This is already at this point. This goes back here. So it goes here. And this was trying to follow, this part is trying to follow where this was already. So you kind of make it line up here. There's this line up here. So it's like this wave has moved down, kind of. Practicing waves like this is really nice, like animating a flag. But also, who's animating flags unless you're in class? It's good practice though, I swear. Oh, make sure to put this on this side so you can see it. This wave here goes down again, it goes down here. So if it's supposed to be down here, because we're looking at this, right? Oh, sorry. We're looking at this, and it goes down here. Now it's down here. Like that, I guess. And this thing, this was like, this is frame 1, 2, 3. Make it go down here, like at where the head is. And then now you just need to connect these two. But it's still the same movement. You can keep one layer stable and animate the other part. Is it another Clip Studio EX feature? Or no, not really, because Clip Studio EX just it unlimits your frame amount to more than 24. I'm doing less than a second right now, so it should still be okay to do in Pro. Just like, so over here in the layers, I'm not sure. Wait, is it visible? Okay, here. This is an animation group. And you can make one static, like, just a layer on the very bottom. Wait, it's not even showing because the way that Clip Studio works. Here, I guess. Massive. There. This is a group. Oh. This is a group. This is also a group. This is the static one on the bottom. And I'm animating the hair only in the group. Oh, also, you can make. This is like all line kind of like this is just one layer per frame, but you can make the frame a folder instead. That way you can color everything in one. Call this number 1. Frame number 1. That way you can have line art, color, guides, everything in one frame. Oh, it's not even showing like that. Where's my Clip Studio? Here, like that. There we go. It's better. So this is one frame. It counts as one frame. If you want to make a line art layer and then you want to color, add a color layer, it's gonna still all be that one frame one. I don't know why I didn't realize that for a really long time while I was. It's like I still learn new things about Clip Studio every day. Anyway, there's like these two frames. You want to connect them, but they still move the same way. Like earlier, this wave, it's moving down here, and then down here. So you kind of want to end it. It moves down here, right? It's moving down more. But if it's already end here, this is like kind of the end of the length of the hair. How do you end it that way? Then that means you can just like make the tip go the other way. So that's when the hair starts looking like that. Right? Why am I getting confused? Yes. And this strand of hair is gonna have to go back the other way again, so it loops. So you can make it like that. Should look like more like that. See, the blue lines are like, they're fine, they work. So this kind of like elevates you as like it elevates you as an animator, I guess. You don't immediately have to make entire people move. It's really hard to immediately start making entire people move. That was a really daunting task for me to start doing when I animated it. And that was also like my first big one was like, it was fan art. Because I needed it to be more, well, I needed the motivation. So it's fine to do fan art, really. And you know, you could draw all the hair just doing the same way, like you could. It would look fine. But I would recommend kind of practicing also making them varied. Not sure if it's restarted. Did it not restart already? Hello. I put down the bitrate. I think YouTube was trying to YouTube was crying because too much bitrate or something. I don't know. I'm using Ethernet already. It shouldn't be a Wi-Fi issue, or at least it shouldn't be. Okay, close this. It still says poor though. I'm not sure why. Is it at least watchable? Okay, odd. The delay isn't too bad, okay. Yeah, what was I saying? I was saying something about brushes. I got a bunch of brushes from this YouTube video that doesn't exist anymore. I'm okay sharing it if anyone asks me, because I don't think that's something I need to gatekeep. It's literally just like a bunch of anime buckets and stuff. But the reason Animator like cell shaded style, it's so like you just need to turn off all of your pen pressure as much as possible. Because animators try to draw. This is the brushes I use for animation. It's just like no pen pressure. I tried to draw in like 3 pixel at most, I think. This much. It's the other one. This other ones. Oops, it's too low. I have this paintbrush, but this is more for shading. Here we load again. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me open an example file. I think that would be faster. So I could draw something right now, but oh god, my worst nightmare. I'm so scared of opening something I'm not supposed to. Here, this is okay to open. This is fan art. This is fan art. Yeah. This is the base. I do make sketches that are like kind of thicker first. And then when you're sketching, thicker is always gonna feel better. Because you see, your brain will kind of select which line within that thick line is correct. And the drawing will look better because there's no like... There's no precision that you kind of... There's less precision that you need. And then I draw over everything with no anti-aliasing. I never know how to say that word properly. It's like this. Oh wow, I just drew over it like that. I corrected, clearly I corrected something. Naruto, it is such a cute show. I had so much fun watching it. I'm glad you watched. You had fun. I actually also had to have fun watching it because I drew that's like the scenes I drew. I knew the scenes I drew, but it's not like I had the script for all the other episodes. So I was still like watching it kind of blind still, which is interesting because I worked on it. I mean, I feel like I could have asked, but I still understood only like the general idea of the episode that I worked on. But yeah, this is all pixel like this. This, for animation, it makes it really easy for you to be able to paint bucket everything. Like when you're drawing, let's see if I have anything that's animated. Oh, I don't, this is a new PC, I don't have any files. Oh, I can make an example, it's fine. That's why like I said earlier, when you make a new animation, you want to make a, oh my god, go away sperm. You want to make a folder, and you want to make a folder inside the folder instead of a layer. Let's put frame number 1. Frame number 2. When you're drawing with something like a brown. Well, it should be black, but brown. Oops. Put a layer inside the group, don't forget that. I draw with no anti-aliasing. I never know how to say that. Anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing. Just to use a pixel brush. Oops. Okay, let's just do a sketch first. It's fine if you sketch first. Really. Everyone has like... the girl from earlier. Then... I learned this kind of more recently, but it's better to flip between frames instead of onion skin. I say that, but I'm still rebel, and I'm like, when I don't see the onion skin, I get confused. Why did I decide to draw something a bit more elaborate? I could have drawn a ball or something. You flip a lot. Also did this in like more recent MVs that I do, but I also do the same method because it's very fast for coloring. But like these two frames, they're kind of like, imagine if they're drawn like the usual way with regular pen and everything, paint bucketing everything and then cleaning everything up. It's kind of really kind of adding work when there's so many frames. You can draw something with pixel. I have to draw really fast. I can draw fast. I can draw fast. I'm an animator, I can draw fast. Even if it's not good. It's also why a lot of like the Sakuga lines, they have colored lines to mark where the shadow is. It's just so that it's consistent to the next. So you can mark consistently where the shadow is, it doesn't start jittering between the frames when you're drawing them in between all the different frames. Why did this girl's design change midway? Oh, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Oh. Why is this girl ear so big? Yeah. It's fine, let's draw like this much for now. Should probably animate on stream more. Like, I don't have to always turn on my mic, but I feel like maybe it helps to even see the process happen at all. I wish I got to watch someone do what I'm doing now. I feel like that would have made my process so much faster, like not having to find all that info by myself. I always thought the animation learning curve is like really too high. That's why I almost gave up on it. Yeah, the info is out there, but not everyone knows what to look. Also, I saw this one video on like how to draw anime cell style, and that person was like, don't use curve tool. And I feel like society went back a few steps with that line, because I animate with the curve tool all the time. That person was, I don't know what they were on. This makes everything so much easier. You just need to know how to use it right. Okay, let's turn this off. Oh my god. I drew so badly. But it's fine. Flip, 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 flip. Like, why do we have to stop ourselves from using the curve tool if it's no pen pressure? They also kept going like, Japanese animators, they animate on paper and they use pencils. So your pen needs to look that way. You need to choose a pen that looks that way. But that's not really true, because it gets processed by the computer. Yeah, they draw it on paper, but that's because it's the traditional method and not because they want the look of the pencil. It's going to be traced over again on the computer. I don't know, that person was like really confidently wrong, but I mean, there's also not that much. I don't really blame them. There's not enough info. I think they just saw like a few videos of how Japanese people animated and they don't understand how it gets processed, because that's what's kind of more important. This sad ass song, I swear. I had to change the playlist. Don't trust me, YouTube video essays. Do I need to start making YouTube video essays? They're pre-recorded so I can edit them. Start making YouTube tutorials so every comment I get that's like tutorial please will finally be pleased. People hate using tools to speed up their process because they're all masochists. Yeah, I understand. Everyone's also like, yeah, if you do that, you won't get better, you won't get good at drawing. But like, who's telling you to be able to draw without help? Who's gonna see that? Who's gonna see that you use a 3D model? Who's gonna be like, oh my god, you didn't do it the purest way. See, I was able to draw that with the curve tool. I think the problem with the curve tool is when people they draw, for example, like they kind of overshot it. For example, this, yeah, this you could draw in one curve, but if you want it to look more natural, you can stop midway and then make another curve from here. Like, you don't have to do like that, because now it looks weird. You can do half-half. It's like telling people who animate mecha stuff to never use a ruler. It is crazy. No, I swear, my jaw kept dropping when I was watching that video. I don't even know where it was anywhere. It's one of the most popular videos on like how to draw anime style. I just kept like covering my mouth like, oh my god, no way. But yeah, the reason this is pixel is so that you can paint bucket it. Oh, I'm gonna color this at like so fast. Oh, there was a hole there. Oops. You know, like bring back your memories of being a baby drawing with MS Paint. Bring that back. Bring bring her back. I miss her. Life was so simple back then. Why can't drawing be that simple? Well, yes, it actually can. Oops. Well, you should also not make holes though. Unlike me. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Why does this happen no matter what? Okay, here. I found it. Okay. Oh, all these holes. Also fill them up. And then shadow. Because when you're animating, imagine there's like 30 of these frames. Are you gonna color them all one by one? That's gonna take so many hours. That's like nothing will be done, and then society will start complaining because there's not enough anime in the world apparently, because even though there's like always too many things airing and too many isekai ones and too much demand everywhere. Okay. Oh god. Don't make the eyes red, Lia. Don't do it. Don't do it. No! I was always wondering the lines render automatically to be smoother, or if there's an additional option you pick. Okay, I'm about to show you. Hang on. Here. Okay. Wait. I wanna shade this just a little. Oh, sorry. I wanna shade this just a little more. Just a little more. Oops. I'm not on the right layer. Hoop, hoop, hoop. On in the actual process, you will be uploading all of these frames to After Effects as is, like this. And then there's a plugin called OLM Smoother, and it smooths all of your frames for you. But Clip Studio Paint has something built in that basically does the same thing. I'm not sure if they act a little differently. They act pretty much very like similarly. I wouldn't say it has to be done on After Effects. But yeah, maybe there's a difference that I don't care about. You merge everything to one. This is one layer now. So you one layer. Wait, where is it? Oh. One layer. See? You go to filter, and then you go to, where is it? Blur. Blur, and there's smoothing. And it smooths it for you. And now it's an anime cell, and now it looks like an anime cell. So the part where this Anon wants to draw in a more clean animator cell shaded style, you need to use the most MS Paint brush there is out there. You need to like get the shapes more correctly than anything. And then everything else can be processed later. Because there's no like brush that's a hack for it. And if you think something is sketchy, like you can't seem to draw without like sketching down first, it's fine. You can sketch. And if you don't know how to like line it on top, like your hands are too wiggly, use the curve tool. Whoever told you to not use the curve tool, fucking liar. Don't know what they're talking about. Get a curve tool, make it pixel, make it no anti-aliasing. This is so sketchy. This part, I always sketch a lot, like I put a lot of lines when I'm doing this part. This head part. And if I'm like drawing this and I like, you know, everyone draws like this. They do this and then they Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. It takes so long. I'm not gonna make it to my deadline like this. Use the curve tool. Boom. If this is too wonky, do half. And then make sure it connects because it's pixel so you can see exactly where it connects. And it won't look, there's no Iwakan. What's Iwakan? Oh my god. There's no, like it doesn't look unnatural, it doesn't look stiff, doesn't look like there's a, like if there's a connected part here, just fix it up. It'll be fine. You'll be okay. Also, yeah, if you use a brush that is textured, make a curve tool of that brush. I have multiple curve tools. There's a curve tool I have somewhere here. Where is it? I swear, I made one. This one. Took me 4 years to realize Procreate has a curve tool. What the f- But doesn't Procreate also like have the thing where if you hold it down, it's okay? Like, this is, I think, this Skyfox pencil. I wanted this exact pencil as a curve tool. I made one. I just used the, you can open the properties. You can choose the texture you want. Also, hi Noel. These for straight lines but curves. We finally just got that in Clip Studio. I would say that it still takes longer for me to hold a line until it corrects itself compared to using the curve tool. But I feel like I've been neglecting using the curve tool. I've just not been using it enough. But yeah, all of these. This is all pixel. And I make sure I make a very clean pixel drawing first. Oops. Where is it? All of these. Where's everything? Where's everything? Also, if you want something to look more rendered, because now that this is pixel, there's this tool called okay, I'm not sure if anyone wants it, they can ask me, so I'm not sure how to make it. I know you can make brushes. There's this brush. It's called Select Color. It selects every pixel of that exact color, like that. It's selecting only the skin color, for example, right now. If I want to add a blush, I can put an airbrush on top of that. I can do everything in like only a few layers. That way, it's a very efficient way of drawing. So instead of having every color made into one layer and then clipping everything onto each of those, which that's how everyone does it. Which that's why in anime cells they always have a blush that looks like this. I think. Yeah, like this. There's always lines like where the gradients are like written like that. You just blur it. It is colored in like this, and then on After Effects they blur it to make it into like they blur it like that. And it'll become an airbrush. It's like, turns out it's that simple, but there's just not enough information out there. But yeah, I draw like that. After all of this is done as one drawing, you can smooth it out, and then you can add overlay and whatever you want. Oops, that's not right. It's like here, I guess. This is after smoothing. It just makes it not just adds the anti-aliasing or whatever. Now it's smooth, and now it's one picture. Now it's yippee, and then now you can post it, and then it looks clean with not enough effort or whatever. I'm gonna mark this green. Yeah, the thick lines are always gonna feel better. Your brain is going to trick you to seeing there's actually like a line that you like within that thick line that you are looking at, that your brain is perceiving as correct. That's why when you line art it, it sometimes doesn't align with what your brain thought looked good before. And getting that feel, like translating the thick lines to thin lines, is something that you just you just need practice for. Okay, I have like 3 more questions. I'm getting hungry. I need to get through these. I always stream this longer than I think it would be. Let's see. Oh god, this is a little hard. I don't know how to answer this. You guys think I have the answer to this? No, you can probably answer this better. Do you have any tips for drawing men or characters with more masculine builds and features? I'm someone who has only been interested in drawing women, so I never really learned how to draw men at all, and I really struggle with drawing them properly. The joke answer is you need to get obsessed with the yaoi ship, and then you'll have no choice. Oh, I minimized everything. That's great. Okay, there we go. That's the not serious answer, because that's what happened to me. I also like drawing women the most. I like drawing women the most. I only drew Idolmaster girls. I only drew Aikatsu girls for a really long time, and every time I drew a man, it was like really stiff and really boxed, and I just didn't know how to do it. But the yaoi people, they're forced to. Honestly, though, like, I'm just not the type to draw men super muscular. I still struggle with that. But yeah, since they have different, like, men kind of look like that. There. Look, that's a man. It's a lot of looking at Tommy. Oh my god, even Cookie could answer this better than me. Everyone in the chat is better than me at drawing. It's a Dorito man. He sells Doritos. I'm drawing with my mouse. I have a tablet. I'm drawing with my mouse. Yeah. Korean model men proportions are insane. Oh yeah, I still struggle with drawing men. I just look at a lot of references. I kind of, it's the same with just, I wouldn't even say less squishiness. The muscles are still squishy. Very macho. You're having holding a fake ass pen. Excuse me? Real pen. It move. Oh, move. You want me to hold corn instead? I can hold corn. That's the only two things I can hold. I don't know. 3D model? 3D model doesn't always help. You need to look at a real reference. I can't even say like you need to look at a real man. Just look at a real. I don't like looking at like naked men pictures to draw. Too tiny to hold anything else. I can barely hold this man. You said you're holding a mouse. I'm holding a hamster. How did I start drawing men? It really was the yaoi. Oh my god. What advice do I have for this? Can't even hold popcorn because that's bigger than corn. I'll hold some corn. I can hold corn together with it. With my pencil. See? How am I holding these two efficiently like this? I'm not dropping any. Look at all my talent. I can. I'm not dropping the cord. I'm not dropping the pencil. You just need to get obsessed with the man. No, that's also not right. Wait. Damn, I'm stumped. It's references. I only just started because I accidentally fell for a muscular man. Okay, well, you need to you need to contact Noelle about that. That happens to her all the time. Because I have the skills to kind of copy what I see. So in the end, it's always gonna be references for me. If I can't draw a muscular man, I'm gonna reference it until I can, or at least I can study the shapes of what, the general shape of the body, until it looks natural. But I can't do it like someone who's actually obsessed with muscles. Western comics is good, but well, yeah, if that's what you're going for, though. I feel like I don't know what I would be referencing from Western comics. They're pretty realistic. That would work though, still, because you can pick up what you need from it. I've gotten a lot better, definitely. I still have trouble with like muscles around the legs and arms. I really want to get good at drawing, knowing where the muscles are. I need to be more of a freak for that, I think. God, I jiggle so much when I move around now. For general like gesture and muscle mapping. Oh my god, I saw this model this 3D model someone uploaded on Clip Studio where like it's colored in, like the muscles are colored in and stuff. Pictures of athletes could be good references too, yes, but I also knew someone who overly followed the reference, and I feel like yeah, when you're referencing, like, don't just follow the rendering, like copy the rendering of the thing, but like more absorb. Imagine you are touching that muscle. Absorb the shape and what it's like, and then you apply it onto your drawing. Damn, drawing is hard. Imagine you're grabbing it. Muscles are supposed to be soft too, right? I think the problem that I had when I started was thinking that everything's supposed to be more like too boxy, too square, too stiff. Because oh my god, it's a man. It has to be too like more. We all have the same flesh. It's just like different bone structure, different. It's all the same, actually, right? It's like... I saw a video of someone with, like, crazy man boobs yesterday, and I kept thinking about how good of a reference that was. Because he kept lifting his arm, and I could see how the muscles move, and that was really interesting to me. And you didn't send... I think I... What? It's on my Twitter somewhere, I swear. Getting inspired from other comics like Western Baroque Korean one-was is good, but they're often over-exaggerated. You don't actually get the anatomy to draw men without refs. It is Pinterest. Okay, this is off topic, but you know, for my whole life until about last year or 2 years ago, I always say Pinterest instead of Pinterest. Like, my brain has never read the name correctly, and I always read it as Pinterest until I started saying Pinterest out loud to like Vincent and some friends, and then they were like, why are you saying it like that? And it was really embarrassing. But yeah, I started using Pinterest recently, and in the end, looking at real people is number one. For animators, looking at videos of real people is number one. Pictures are not enough sometimes. Because you need to understand what's there. You see a lump. How is the lump actually there? How does it move? Pinterest. Having to spell Pinterest name too long. No, but like when I see the name, I thought like my brain just... oh yeah, okay, I see this is a... They're combining the word pin and interest, so I will say pin interest. This question also just really depends on what you're going for. Find an artist you like and try heavy referencing them and stuff too. No need to post it if you're heavy referencing, you'll get cancelled. But for studying purposes, everything is completely okay, you know? Just don't claim it's yours. Photos are also okay, of course. Let me tick that green. Yeah, real, like, summary of advice. Get into yaoi. Look at Pinterest. Pinterest. Try to imagine it actually existing in front of you. Hopefully that helps. It should help. Some specific artists are really passionate about specific body parts, so you can get them. You can get from them how to draw something. Yes. Oh my god, there was this. I've been obsessed with knees. I think Cookie showed me an artist that was like, okay, Cookie showed me an artist that was really good at it, but also I feel like when someone draws knees well, it's just something that I always used to notice. I've been really thinking about the shape of knees. I'm not a weirdo, I swear. Like this shape. Hang on, I'm gonna draw it. Oh, why did I draw a whole head? Hang on. Just draw. Who is this? That's Natsuki Mikuro or something. Let's see if I can draw her from memory. It looks like this. Proud, hashtag proud freak. You know, some people are always like, you have to be like, there's always those tweets that's like, you to improve you have to be horny. No, you just have to be a freak. You don't have to be horny. You just have to like the human body more, I think. But yeah, like I'm kind of obsessed with when people draw knees are kind of like that, and then going in like that instead. Oh, I'm not drawing them well right now. This shape, this knee shape. I'm not that good at drawing them. I just like them. I've been liking them recently. I wanna know how to draw furries more too. But I've been getting tips from Kevin. It was Mikuru's birthday a few days ago, like 3 days ago. Yeah, I think in the end also with these animation tips and stuff, I don't have enough time to be actually going into every single part of my step by step in one stream. So maybe if I can do more animating streams where I don't draw work, that would be nice. Also, Kobe 4 is coming up, and hopefully we will be there. If so, maybe I can draw my merchandise and stuff. I really wanted to make a lenticular. Why is her hands kind of long? Her hands kind of long. Okay. Okay. But this shape, this knee shape that goes like that and then goes in like that, I've been kind of really obsessed with it. I love specific body parts. Let's give her a dress. No Nikki. Give her a dress. I want pasta. I had pasta today. Why do I still want pasta?
You still have pasta.
No way. I have risotto. Oh, we still have pasta actually, you're right. We can cook them. I want pasta. Yeah. That's what I've been obsessed with recently. And the moment you find something that you're newly obsessed with, you're gonna get good at that thing. And that really specific thing. And then and then you move on to the next thing that you feel you like you go eureka and you find something out about. And then yeah. Okay. There is two more? Two more? Unless I refresh this and there's more. Nope, yes, there's two more. Let's see. Screenshot noise. Here is the next question. I often struggle drawing eyes and expressions. Like sometimes they look like they are not looking where I want them to be, and sometimes failing to draw the shape of the character's eyes without when drawing fan arts. Like the eyes personality. Okay, I see. Like I feel like everyone's same face issue. Like cats are asking to come out. Yeah, you can let them out, it's okay. Everyone's same face issue is mostly in the eyes. You can't, at least with anime style, you can't really do that much with... Hello! Hi! Oh, meowing. Come here, come here. Come here with me. Come here with me. Hi! Say hi. Why are you not meowing now that you're in front of the mic? Hmm? You smell like fruit. Why do you smell like fruit? You smell like fruit. Oh. Did you get? One more? Is there more? You wanna make mommy money? Hi, Earth. It's Boomy. Because she's the chattiest one. And if we pick up the other babies, it doesn't guarantee that they will meow. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. You shaking her? He's shaking her. Okay. You go play. Anyway. Happy Earth Pride Month. Oh my god, why is this like auto-translated? I just realized.
Wait, can you...
How do you turn this off?
Can you disable auto-translate or something?
Nope. Is there not a way to not translate? Don't translate my pet's name. Why is YouTube translating my pet's name?
Hi, Earth.
Happy Pride Month, Earth. Happy Earth Pride Month.
I think you need to disable the OBS or something.
Disable the OBS?
Disable it in OBS.
I think it's not OBS, it's on YouTube. Yeah. I don't know, you're getting translated. No, he's being silenced. Yeah, okay. I was answering this question. You know, like when you're looking at the Love Live same face, for example, it's kind of all because they all have the same eye shape. At least for anime art style, I think the eyes are like the easiest way to make something not same face. I still think I have that problem even though I'm trying to be so conscious about it. But generally my like characters still look the same. Somewhat. I still have habits of like what's the most basic thing I draw. And yes, also I draw people really cross-eyed at the start. Especially when I'm drawing like this. This angle. Like I draw like this. But this is cross-eyed, isn't it? Because this eye is looking this way. But this eye is in the middle. But this is like the corner of this eye. So I either leave some room here. Or I do it the other way. I move this one. Depending on what I'm going for. It's okay to make the mistake and then erase it. It's okay. If they're not looking where you want them to be, it's not a mistake that's like you need to beat yourself up for not getting right at the start. I say that, but I'm really trying to practice getting it right from the start. Yeah, just match up match up the amount of like what do you call it? What do you call eye whites around that? Everyone makes mistakes. It's true. I think being scared of the eraser really held my improvement back a bunch. Sclera. Yeah, but who says that, right? The sclera. I make this mistake so much. I always draw everyone looking like a bug sometimes. And even in like the MV that we did recently, I feel like I drew like I drew oil chan kind of. The eye sizes are kind of different. And learning to be on model is really hard. You can learn from copying first. If you want to see a bunch of different eyes, you can try look up Idol Master Cinderella girls and then look through all of them. And then look at how different their faces are and how it could be the same art style but different faces on every single one of them. Like if you drew Frederica's eyes on any other character, you could clock that it's Frederica, for example. Do I pull up the images? Should I pull up the images? I can pull up the images. I feel like I have a lot of influence from I'm CG. That's why I draw the way that I do. Idol Master Cinderella girls. But that kind of thing also needs to be there from the start of the character design. For example, if I'm drawing a commission, yeah, I try to follow the references, but not every artist does it. So the references can all look a little different. The early I'm CG character designs are so unique, yeah. Oh man. Where do I go? Project IMAS Wiki. Who's the one with the most unique faces? Let's put them all in one folder. IMAS still has like the general IMAS like eyes. But they really started to branch out because when Cygames was like, ah, let's do like a bajillion, like a bunch of girls. Let's do like 200 girls. How are you gonna differentiate them all if they all kind of have... They have natural hair color, most of them. Oh my god, Kirari is so cute. Sorry, distraction. My god, look at my Oshi. Look at her, she's so cute. Let's pull out a few characters. Now this is something I had to revamp about a lot of my characters, like deciding the very specifics about their face, specifics about their character, the little like traits that define them to me. Where's Frederica? There she is. Where's that eye that she has? Like, she looks crazier when her eyes are wide open. Where are these illustrations from? Are these like the newer ones or something? Where are these from? Where are these from? I'm gonna pull up a different one. What's her iconic draw? Like, what's her iconic face shape? Like this shape. Her eyes are kind of closed-ish there. The older style is so much more recognizable. bring out my Oshi, my other Oshi. Where is she? Unvoiced. Yume. Where are these drawings from? These are new. Where are these from? Did I just like miss a bunch of stuff? Is it just like the election? Did they put a bunch of art for the election that I missed? Where is this from? Oh, she's so cute. But yeah. Okay, let's put her here. Like, these girls all look very different. There's also something that needs to be consistent throughout every character you draw, I think, for it to be noticeable. But yeah, because you won't notice it when you draw one character. Yume's eyes are always this shape. They don't have any lashes. She doesn't have any like lashes that stand out. And her highlight is always consistently drawn on the bottom. If you draw them up here, it's like, yeah, that could be her, but it's not recognizable. It's gonna be down here. The mouth shape also matters here. Here's this eye. It's hers. And Frederica is like, she's like, her eyes are like, it's a bush. It's a bush. What is going on here? She has this one lash that's long. I think. This one. It's like more prominent on this picture, I think. There's that one big lash that you want to draw on her. She has all these like lines under it. Looks like this looks like the persona or stuff. And that whether the character's eyes are always open, like super open. Need to pick a more cool type character too after this. Like, I know this seems like specific stuff that most people don't pay attention to. But since it's already a 2D character, this is how you differentiate their features. Oh, she has a bunch of lashes here. She's showing the lashes. So bushy. Sorry for calling her bushy. Like that. Oh. Redo. Like that. And Kirari is so long. I had to go, so I couldn't thank you earlier. Lia, thank you so much for your tips. You're welcome. See you in 6 months if I do it again. I like teaching actually. I'm not the best at drawing, but whatever I have, I think I like to explain because I don't think knowledge should be held back. I think it's ridiculous that I had to pay so much to go to school for like drawing and stuff. So in the end, it's the ability. You can go to an expensive school, but like real practice is when it comes to art, real practice is #1. Like gatekeeping the info doesn't make sense because everyone's art is gonna look differently anyway. Her eyes are kind of super vertical. She looks like that. These are all the same series, but their eyes, like, even the width and length and stuff is so different. Like that. And she has 2 lashes here. And these are very specific and you cannot change about the characters. If you just study these, you should be able to get the hang of it. Who's cool? Let's pick what's her name? Kanade. I seriously missed all these art. Copy image. One more. One more. Oh. Yeah, her eyes are like very... Like everyone was like... Yeah, let's say this is a basic eye shape. Everyone's always like... The default open this much. But like the eyeball inside is the same. It's just how it's packaged by the eyelids that's different. So you just cut them at different places. This is the eyeball where the iris is. Some characters have it shown like this, some like that, some like that. You kind of pull a different line each, but the eyeballs are all the same. Yeah, I'll try to do more drawing streams. It'll be fun. I should have more time. I shall make more time. So I'm going to do... If I'm going to do a con, I'm gonna have to draw anyway. Why not long enough. Like that. Hey, everyone has very different faces. So look up Final Master Cinderella Girls. Blueberry eye. She looks like a blueberry. Still a lot of practice though. One more question. This got submitted just now. Like earlier while I'm already on stream. Hi Boomy. Hi. She's so fluffy. Hello. Here's the last question. After that I'm gonna yeet because I still have something to submit tonight. Whoosh. Last question. Okay. Oh, long. I can't draw face shapes. It has become really hard for me to advance my drawings with this flaw. As a beginner, just being able to go from messy circle to somehow okay looking face was something I was really proud of. But drawing face shapes in any position has become very difficult for me. I'm facing this problem with both male and female faces. I just can't make them look nice and sigma. I can't believe you made me say sigma. Could you please provide any tips on how I can draw a good face? Thank you. PS. Like almost every new artist, I'm also facing difficult determining where and how I should highlight my drawings. Could you please advise me on that? Thank you very much. Okay. So, like, very beginner artist then. It's references again, isn't it? I feel like a lot of artists, they also, like, they draw like this. Wait. Like, beginner artists, they will draw a little big circle. They actually, like, draw the Atari. But telling people to draw with Atari like this, I think just makes the drawing really stiff. It's a good start though. I started like this too. Like that, right? What this doesn't help you teach, like, doesn't help that I feel like when I was like in manga class in school and made me hit a wall. It's kind of like they teach this, but they don't teach like why or the most effective way to do it. This line is not there for no reason. This is, first of all, this ball is, it's a sphere, you know, like, and it's earth, it's round. This is round. I know every stream I'm like, every tip ask, I'm like, think of the 3D space. But it's really, think of the 3D space. This, for example, from this, from below, like from this is, for example, a high angle. Then this sphere would be like, this is, for example, this is the, what do you call it? The top. This is the top of the head or something. There's circle going around that. And this line would be like, also kind of round. That's also why you can use a head. Where is it? Where's the 3D models? Should be able to find one. Let's use like this, I guess. Can't you draw on these now? Is like another new feature or something? Or you can draw on them? No? When did that? No, you cannot draw on selected. You cannot draw on the selected 3D object. I have this feature, but not for this specific 3D object. Yeah, okay. Like, this is what we want to do. This line is also not straight. It's a line like that also. It decides kind of just where this is, right? Oh, I should be drawing that above that. Like that. This is the circle that we are thinking of. But if you're looking at it from the side, there's a head like this. This line is this. And it's not straight either, it goes in. It goes chin like that. And the nose still jots out. I think getting this face shape is something you just need to get a feel for. And yes, it's okay to trace stuff until you get a feel for it. If there is some position that is hard for you to find, Pinterest! Reference! Look for a 3D model that you can pose accordingly to find the exact angle that you are looking for. Because there's nothing that's going to beat looking at a reference. The side. Down. I really think a lot of people starting out, including me, when I was a beginner, I didn't look at references enough. That's why I don't know, there was this thing when I was a beginner that I was a bit more stubborn and being like, I can draw without references. Yeah, you can, but when do you have to limit yourself? You don't have to trace it. You can just look at it. And look at where the lines connect. Our like eyes generally kind of around the level of where the ears are. Look at the mirror. Look at how your face looks. Yeah. And highlight is always going to correspond with what shadows you're putting in. I have this tool that's really nice for you should use a lasso to practice a bunch. Lasso tool. Let's draw. No, let's just trace that. Let's just trace this head. I don't want to draw. Let's trace this head. I love tracing. I love tracing. Oh, I drew. Look, I drew the fucking eyes cross-eyed again, just like I said earlier. But light and shadow are always very connected. Okay, I traced it. Yay! Oops. Huh. Huh. Do you use Ibis Paint, Lia? If yes, could you please recommend a brush that's similar to the one you're using right now? It looks really nice. I don't use Ibis Paint, but I'm sure there's something similar because it's... This is like the most basic pen pressure brush, I think. And yeah, this is Pixel brush. I tried using Ibis Paint, and I do salute everyone using it. Because it's really difficult for me to use. I mean, I have to draw professionally, so I was only able to scribble on Ibis Paint when I'm like not when I need to sketch something down fast. I'm broke, that's the only thing I can rely on for my ADHD. I understand. I have a lot of traditional drawings though. I feel like you could also just get better traditionally first. Because drawing, like the feeling of drawing is going to be number one on paper. I mean, like if you don't have a using a tablet and stuff, that's my advice. I use the no matter what tablet I use, the paper and pen is gonna feel the best. And you can trace on Ibis Paint after that, like trace your own drawing. That seems like extra steps, but sometimes it's really worth it. I still draw on paper and I trace it on Clip Studio a lot. Yeah, I have this so lasso. Like light and shadow are very connected. So your light is always going to just the highlight is going to be the opposite of where your shadow is, basically. It's like the easiest way to... Why is my cat going crazy? The easiest way to hi! The easiest way to like describe it, I guess. Let's pick a light source first. Go from like the very basic. This is like the sun is on the top here, and it goes this way. And I mark red for shadow, not shadow, sorry, red for highlight. And since the light is here, let's do shadow first. This has volume. This is on top of the head. So there's shadow below it. Shadow below it. This is theoretically this is correct, but I still like doing like a side shadow. If that's like your art style, that's fine. If you like lip shadow, this would be shadow. Maybe the hair, like where it connects. In this case, the highlights would be where, like with the opposite logic, it's where the light directly hits. And I like to still make sure the shape is still the shape of the head cohesive. You could also start from like, I know like those regular practices are kind of boring, but do the shading a ball thing. It's still helpful. There's a reason people do it. And maybe like there's a highlight, like a nose highlight. Like logically, this should be true. And if there's any highlights up here. And like if we do a backlight from the back. Oops, that's not the right. From the back. Ooh. It's also sometimes better to work when it's like a whole shadow like this. You just block out the shadow first. And you can decide where the light is instead. I think switching, alternating between practicing drawing light to dark. You should also try drawing dark to light. Like start with dark and then decide where the light is instead. That should help you with learning where the light, the highlights will be, where the light is. My cats are going crazy. I think they just have zoomies. Yeah, in this case, I would just add like a rim light for the rim light, like around the character like this. For the highlight, because that's kind of the only place that's hitting direct shadow. I think this practice is always nice. Like you draw one character and you shade them all with very different light sources. For a beginner artist, it's a really good study. Let's try like really from the side or something. Like from this side. Oops, why do I keep selecting the white on this side? I should still cast a shadow here. So maybe just cast a shadow this part. And how, like, part of the face has a shadow here. This song kinda creepy. And mostly this part of the hair is gonna be shadow. And this hair blocks the light here, but this part of the hair should have light. Thinking of that kind of stuff. Lighting really makes the image. See, these are all very different drawings, even though they're the same drawings with different lighting. Should be good exercise, I think, when it comes to light. And light is also like it's connected in the previous part of your question where you were asking if, what do you call it, like getting to draw a face shape. Everything you're drawing is an object. Light hits it and shadows. Light, yes, highlight. Like it reflects on the item, it bounces off. If you want to go extra, sometimes there's like a within shadow there's also lighter parts. Or you wanna go further and add another layer of shadow, so on. But since what you're drawing is 3D, yeah, it's not flat. Like if you really try to remember that it's not flat and try to get there, I think you will improve faster. I wish I took it more seriously that way when I was starting out. But I say when I was starting out, but I guess I've been drawing all my whole life. But I mean, when I was a baby, technically I was starting out. I think I've always been obsessed with making things look 3D and stuff. It's like a natural progression. I didn't draw the highlight for this, wait. Why baby crying? Why my baby crying? Hello? This light's from here, so... like that. If you wanted to know how the nose highlight, it'll be there. Or like even here, this area. Like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let me just refresh one more time. Make sure there's nothing else left. Yeah, seems like that's everything. How many did I answer today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8. 8 questions. For how long have I been streaming? I don't know if I go through each one a little too, like, seriously or too into it or whatever. How long have I been streaming? Like 2 hours? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna finish work because I still have something to finish. I'm gonna submit that and maybe I'll stream again sometime, but maybe without I don't always have my mic on because sometimes I don't know, I want to fart without having to mute. But I'll be working on stuff in the next few months, so hopefully more stuff. Thank you everyone for coming. Have a good eat, Lia. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming. I'm still going to be drawing, unfortunately. I'm not even gonna stop drawing when I cut the stream. I'm thinking of making pasta. Maybe with like butter shoyu. I don't know if I have butter shoyu, but like it sounds good. I saw a YouTube short that was like, here's an easy, you know, those like it has. I went to the person's channel and they have a format. They're like, I made this in 10 minutes and my husband complimented me just like that, even though I only made it in 10 minutes. This is how you can make it too. And every single one of their videos start like that. But it looks good, so maybe I will also make it and then compliment myself. I'll join you later. Okay. Thank you for the stream, Lia. It was really helpful. Yeah, thank you. I'll do it again in maybe another few months. It's fun to do. I feel like whenever I'm streaming, you are allowed to ask questions no matter what I'm doing, I think. Like, you can ask a question about what I'm doing and stuff like that. Clickbait it. Jiggle. Because I think in the end it's easier for me to make, like, explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I'll think about making like edited form videos also. there's some things that I think most people, regardless of whether they want to be an animator or not, they want to try doing, and I would like to try making tutorials for that maybe.
Okay, thank you everyone. Bye bye.
How do I... Can I make myself big first? Like I usually do? Yes, I can. Oh, I'm shaking so much.
Bye bye.